Okay, last time I start for 1.9. The coordinate planes. And a graph of the equations. So first of all, don't forget to fill the attendance sheets. It's in the link in the chat. And second thing is the quiz will be appeared at 9:30 until 9:45 today.
Professor, can you resend the link, please? I don't have it.
Yeah, the link, it's okay.
Whenever you get a chance.
Yeah, I sent it again. Do you see it?
Yeah, thank you.
So first things, like I said last time, the coordinate plane, it's like two perpendicular real line that intersect at 0 on each line. This means like if I have two lines, this is the first line here. And this is my second line. So these two lines are perpendicular. These two lines are intersect at point. This point is 0, 0. This point is called the origin point. Or I can define it as O, or origin point. This is my x-axis. And this is my y-axis. Any point here can be as showing as order pair as AB, any point in the plane will be as order pair like A, comma B. Here A is called the x coordinate. And this is B here called y coordinate. And these two lines, the x-axis and the y-axis, are divide the plane into 4 quadrants. This is called the first quadrant. Here, the second one. This is the third one. And here's the fourth one. Yes, counterclockwise. The first one, second one, third one, fourth one. And we're starting talking about the distance and the midpoint formula. So here, the two line, the two lines, I mean for x-axis, y-axis. divide the plane into fourth quadrant. They are I1, I2, they are this one, second one, third one, fourth one. So they are I1, and we're starting for getting the distance and midpoint formula. So the distance and midpoint formula, if I have 2 points in the plane, I have a point A, x1, comma, y1, and the second point is x2, comma, y2. The distance d between A, comma, B, like Angeli said in the chat, it's the square root between x1 minus x2 square plus y1 minus y2 square. And the midpoint between these two lines, this point, I'm so sorry, the midpoint m, x, comma, y is equal x1 plus x2 over 2, comma, y1 plus y2 over 2. So let me give you an example.
But for the distance, it's in S2 minus S1. You have S1 minus S2.
The same thing, if I start from here, x1 minus x2 squared plus y1 minus y2 squared. Or if I want to start from this point, x2 minus x1 squared
Okay.
plus y2 minus y1 squared. Similar. So I have to start from this point or from this point, wherever I want to start. But I can't start from here, then I go there. I want to start from here, I have to continue from here. Make sense?
Yes.
Okay. Good question. Now, let me give you an example for these things. The question is, example, plot the point A is minus 4, comma, minus 3, and the point three, comma, 2 in the coordinate plane. So let me draw the plane. Second question is, this is the first one. First question. Second question is, find the distance between A and B and B. Third one, find the midpoint. Third question, find the midpoint, denoted by as M, comma, X, comma, Y. So first one, who will do this first one? Where is this one? In which quadrant lying? -4 and -3.
Quadrant 3.
In the third quadrant.
The third one here. Here, the x-axis is negative and the y-axis is negative. So this one lying here. So -4, like -4 and -3. It's look like here. So this is A. -3 and here -4. So the point here, A, -3, -4, -3. Second point, where is lying? In which quadrant? First one, 3 and 2. Like it would be like 3, here, 3 and 2. This is B, 3, comma 2.
Wait, Professor, I'm sorry. The -3 on the y-axis is in the wrong position.
The -3.
It should be in the on the underneath the.
This is the x-axis and this is the y.
Yeah. So the -3 value is currently at 3.
Oh, sorry. Yes. Yeah, that's true.
Or
Sorry. So -4 and -3. So it's so -3 and -4 will be this point. It's in the fourth quadrant. It's not in the third quadrant. So it should be in the fourth quadrant. Here, -4 and -3 be here. -4 and here like -3. So this is A of -4, -3. Again, this is my x-axis, 3 here. And here is 2. Here is -4. Here is -3. So this is the first point. Here's the second point. Now, so we plot the points in that plane. Second one, find the distance between A and B. So I'm looking for the
Square
distance.
root of 74.
What is it?
The square root of 74.
So square root. So here, the distance, second one. What is the formula, Angel?
Square roots S1 minus S2 square plus
x1 minus
y1
x2
minus y2 square.
Okay, perfect. y1 minus y2 square. What is my x1? This one, 3. When I choose this
3.
one, x1, and here y1, and here x2, and here y2. So 3 minus
-4.
-4 square.
Everything square. Plus
2.
2
Okay.
minus -3.
Minus, here we have -3 square. So what is that equal?
7 square plus 5 square.
7 plus 7 square plus
5 square.
5 square. This is equal
49 plus 25 will be 74.
49 plus 25 will be square root of 74.
It will be a decimal. We can, or we can simplify that.
We can, but we'll keep it like this. Make sense for everyone? So this is here the distance between A, comma B. The distance between this point and the second point. What is this? Who will do the third one? Midpoint. So the midpoint is a point between this point and this point, between A and B. It will be like, look like here, M, X, comma, Y. What is the formula? Who will do it? William?
I missed the formula. It was moving too fast for me.
Okay, so the formula, let me remind you, it's x1 plus x2 over 2, comma, y1 plus y2 over 2 from the first slide. X1 plus x2 over 2, comma, y1 plus y2 over 2. The midpoint. Okay, let's go back. And we were applying the midpoint. So how you did, Angel, do you want to do it?
Isn't it just -1/2, -1/2?
Yes, it's negative
Sorry.
1/2, negative 1/2. Let me do it. So x1 here is 3. x2 is -4. So negative -4 over 2, comma. y1 is 2 plus y3, y2 is -3. So -3 over 2. 3 minus 4 is 1, -1, sorry. And I have 2, so -1/2. And here the same thing is -1/2. So my midpoint will be like in the fourth quadrant. It's not will be here like close to this. In this quadrant. Okay. So I'm changing it to be like here. This is my midpoint. Not. So this is my midpoint. Any question? How to find the distance midpoint? Okay. Now let's go to the graph of an equation. So now after we know how to find the distance and the midpoint, let's go to new things. Is the graph of an equation. So we're going to use the plot point. So in general, the graph of an equation is a curve, like by plotting many points as we can. Then we connect this point by a smooth curve. So let me give you like here, definition is a curve like by plotting many points as we can. Then we connect the point by smooth curve. So let me give you an example how to do the graph for some equation. Sketch of equation two x minus y equal 3. So to graph something like that, when I see something like that, I want to graph something like that, I prefer to make y equal, I solve this equation as y equal whatever I have in the equation. So first things I have to make the equation as y equal. So like Angel, he said, first things here, make the equation as y equals something. So in this my equation, how can I make the equation y equal? What I have to do here. So my equation is 2x minus y equal 3. What I have to do?
You can move the x to the other side of the equation.
The x, so negative x to x from both sides. So I get now 2x with this minus negative 2x, they are cancel each other. So the remaining is minus negative y equal 3 minus 2x. Then what I have to do?
Just divide by -1.
Yeah, exactly, divided by -1. Or multiply all the equation, left side and hand side and right hand side by -1. So I multiply both sides, we write it in different color, by -1, and multiply these things by -1. So now -1 times negative y is y, positive, equal -1 times 3 is -3. -1 times -2x is positive 2x. I distribute this one inside the parentheses. Or y equal 2x negative minus 3. I can reorder it different way. Y equal 2x minus 3. Now, to graph something like that, I have to make a table. So I'll make it my table here in this area here. So I need some point x. I plug it inside the formula y equal 2x minus 3. Then I get here point x comma y.
First point will be positive number 0, 1, 2, 3, or -1, -2, and -3.
So now I get a table. I make a table here. So let okay. First one. So which point you want to use?
0, 1, and 3.
I'm going to use the negative. Give me negative numbers.
-2, -1, 0,
-2, -1,
0, 1, and 2.
0, 1, 2. -2, -1, 0, 1, 2. -2, plug it inside this formula. What I get?
-7.
Let me -7. So after I plug this point inside this formula, because I get 2 times -2 minus 3 is -7. So the point is this one minus 2 comma -7. Second point, -1. I plug inside this formula. So 2 times -1 minus 3, they give me -2, -3, -5. So my point is -1 and -5. Who will do the 0? So plug the 0 inside this formula. They give me 2 times 0 is 0 minus 3.
-3.
-3. So it's 0, comma, -3. We'll do the 1. 1 times 2 times 1 is 2, minus 3,
-1.
-1. I get 1, -1. For the 2, 2 times 2 is 4, minus 3 is 1. So I make this table. Now I get the point. Look, point, 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 point. Now by this point, I can draw, I can plug it, I can like substitute this line in the plane. So let me make the plane. Here I'll make it this corner. Okay. So the first point is here, -2 and -7. Let me start from this point, -1 and -5. So this is my -1 and -5 here. So this is my first point. 0 and -3. So here is 0 and here is my -3. 1 and -1. So here is 1 and -1, like here. And 2 and 1. So this is my 2 here. And this is my 1. So the point, it will be like here. 2, this is 2 and 1. Now I draw the curve. The curve will be look like something like that. This is my curve. So again, this is my y-axis. This is my x-axis. It has a point here, like this is 1 here, and it is 2 here. Here is my 2. Same things here. Here is 0, and this is my -1 here. So it looked like a line after we draw the curve in this point. Okay. Any questions so far? Anyone has a question? How to draw? Okay. Let me give you another example. Example number 2. The question is graph or sketch the function, the equation y equal x squared minus 2 by using sketch by using plotting point. So the same idea, I make points x, y equal. Here we don't have to make the equation because it's already fixed, y equal. We don't have to subtract or move any one to another side. So y equal x squared minus 2, and here I have the point x comma y. So let me take any points. Which point you want to take, for example?
-2, -1, 0, 1, and 2.
Okay, let me take the point -2, take -1, take 0, take 1, take 2. So who will do the first one? -2.
+2.
So -2 again inside this formula. -2 squared is 4, minus 2 is 2. So -2 squared minus 2, they give me 4 minus 2, they give me positive 2. So the point is -2 and 2. -2, comma 2.
-1.
Second one. Who will do the second one?
It would be -1.
-1. So same idea. I plug the -1 square is 1, minus 2 is -1. So -1 square minus 2, they give me -1. So the point is -1, comma -1. For the 0 is easy.
-2.
So it's -2. We plug it inside. 0 squared is 0, -2. So the point is 0 and -2. For the 1
Just -1.
is -1 again. So
And +2 again.
And +1 and +2 again. So here 2. So the point is 2, comma 2. Okay. So now it's plotting the here. Okay. So now let me draw the plane, the coordinate plane. So here, first line, second line, same idea exactly. So first point, I start from 0 and -2. Okay. So this is my 0 and -2 here. So this is my first point, 0 and -2. Now I go here, -1 and -1. So this is my -1 and -1 here. It's look like here. -2 and 2. So this is my -2 and 2. We look like here. This is 2. Here 1 and -1. So it will be like here my -1. So it will be like close to here. 2 and 2. So it will be like exactly here, similar to here. Now the line, it will be like parabola, like something like that. It is like this. This is my y equal x squared minus 2. Make sense? So again, my point is, I put it in different colors. It's here, 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 and here. Okay. Any questions so far? How to draw this equation? So don't forget, this is my y-axis, and here is my x-axis. My x-axis. Okay, let me give you another example, if it makes sense. No question, right? No. Okay, another example. How we can draw, sketch something like that, y equal square root, no, I'm sorry, y equal the absolute of x. The absolute value for x. Same things, we take a point. So point x, y equals absolute value for x, and x comma y. Same points, -2, -1, 0, 1, 2. The absolute value again make the negative numbers positive and the positive keep it positive. Okay? So what's the absolute value for -2? What is the absolute value for -2?
Just 2.
2. Yes. So again, the negative change it to the positive and the positive to negative. So here. So the -2, the absolute value for -2, the absolute value for -2 is 2. So the point is -2, comma 2. Who will do the second one? What is the absolute value for -1?
Just 1.
1. So the point is -1, comma 1. For 0, what's the absolute value for 0?
0.
0. So 0, comma 0. For 1,
It's just 1 because it's already positive.
Yes, 1.
Same thing for
So
2.
1 comma 1, and the same things for the absolute value for 2. It's 2. Give me 2. So now here 2 comma 2. Now let me draw the plane. So this is the y-axis. Here is my x-axis. So again, take a point. First point is 0, 0. So this is my 0, 0, the origin point. Second point is 1, 1. Here is my 1, 1. Third point is 2 and 2. This is my 2 and 2. Same things for negative. Negative 1 and 1. Negative 1 and 1 here. Negative 2 and 2. This is my negative 2 and 2. Look like here. So the draw for these things would be like, look like something like that. And here, it's something like that. Okay. Again, this is my x-axis. And this is my y-axis. Any question? Makes sense for everyone? How to draw the absolute value for x by using the plotting point. Okay, now let's go to the intercept. So now let's go to the intercept. Intercept. So we have two kinds of intercept. We have x-intercept and y-intercept. So let me define the x-intercept. So the x-intercept is the x-coordinate for point where the graph of the equation intercepts the x-axis.
Zeros.
Yes. Yes. Where the graph of the equation intersect the x-axis. How we can find it? So how we can find this point? So you have to do only one thing, is to set by setting y equals 0 and solve for x. So we will make the equation y equals 0, then we'll find the point of x. Now the y-intercept same things, same exactly like before. The y-coordinate of point where the graph of the equation intersect the y-axis. Of points where the graph of the equation intersect the y-coordinate, the y-axis. So now, how we can find it? How we can find them? I mean, the points. How we can find this point?
Set x equals 0.
Yes. Same idea by setting x now equals 0 and solve for y. And solve for y. Okay, let me give you an example for that. What does that mean? And how can I find the x-intercept and y-intercept? So the question is now, example, find the x and y intercept. So, okay, here, I go back. Okay. So find the x and y intercept for y equal x squared minus 2. So how can I find the x-intercept? So to find the x-intercept, go back to the previous slide, how we can find them. Set y equals 0 and solve for x. So make y here equals 0. This means the equation will be 0 equal x squared minus 2. Now I solve for x. How can I solve these things? This is completing the square. Look, x squared minus 2, or we can, this is like, look like a simple quadratic equation. So I can move the 2 to this side, and then x squared, I get x squared equal 2. I take the square root for the 2, and I get 2 solutions. So move the 2, this minus 2 to this side. What I have to do? How can I
Add 2 to both sides.
add 2 for both sides? So when I add 2 for both sides, I get x squared equal 2. Now this is like previous section is a simple quadratic equation. Like I said, to solve simple quadratic equation, just take the square root for both sides. So I get x So the solution or the roots are x equal square root of 2 or x equal negative square root of 2. So I have 2 point x intercept. I have 2 x intercept. This is mean this graph intersect the x-axis in these 2 points. Now, how can I find the y-intercept?
Setting S to 0.
Exactly. By make x here equal 0. Going back by setting x equal 0 and solve for y. So this means y equal x squared 0 squared minus 2. 0 squared is 0 minus 2, and this is equal minus 2. So I have y equal minus 2. I have only 1 point as y-intercept. So this is my y-intercept, and this is my x-intercept. This one and this one. This is mean the graph intersect the y-axis at this point, minus 2, and intersect the x-axis at these 2 points. If I want to go back to this graph, it's here. This is the graph for this one. Here, this curve intersect the x-axis at minus negative 2 and at square root of 2, minus square root of 2 and square root of 2, and intersect the y-axis at negative 2, this point, negative 2. And this is what happened here. Negative 2 and at square root of 2 and minus square root of 2. Make sense? Any questions so far?
No questions.
No questions? Okay, now let's go to the circles. Okay, circle. Circles. So first of all, I'm going to give you the equation of circle. So who know the equation for circle?
Can you repeat the question?
What's the equation for circle? Anyone have?
Squared?
What is it?
Pi r squared?
No.
The
Radius square equals parenthesis k s1 minus k square plus s plus parenthesis plus y1 plus I don't know the letter, but I will use y, also y.
Okay,
It's the same. It's a different formula, but like open.
Angel, suppose my radius is r and my center it's h comma k, the point h comma k. So can you repeat the equation as by using the radius r and my center is the point h comma k?
R square
Okay,
equals x1
minus
minus k plus square plus y1 minus h square.
is good, but your point is k and h, not h and k, right?
Oh, yes.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, so if I have, for example, the equation here, this is good, Angel, this is right, but you flip the point h instead of k and k instead of h. If you use x, you have to use the x coordinate in your center point. So I said your center points, for example, suppose it's h and k, so it's better to use h, not k. So let me define the equation for the circle. The equation yes, the equation of circle has radius r and center and the center h comma k. This is my x coordinate, this is my y coordinate. The equation of circle has radius r and center h comma k is x minus h plus square y minus k square equal the radius square. So this is my equation, this is my circle equation. X with the x coordinate h, y with the y coordinate k. Okay, let me show you what I mean. Suppose I have here is my plane and the circle, for example, it's here. This is my circle. So this is my here, the radius. This is the center, h comma k, and the radius r. This is h comma k, the point h comma k, and here is the point x comma y. I define it as b. This is my point b. So let me rewrite it again. This is my point here b, x comma y. So this is the center c. So the equation of circle has radius r. This is the radius from here to here. It's a distance from here to here, the distance or the radius r. The center is h comma k. This point is x, this x minus h square plus k plus y, this y minus k square equal the radius square. Again, this is my y-axis, and here is my x-axis. So let me give you example, a graph The question is, another things. If the center is 0, 0 here, if the center is 0, 0, if the center is 0, 0, if the center is 0, 0, or the origin, what is the equation for the circle here?
It's x squared plus y squared equals r squared.
Exactly. So it will be as, because h 0 and k is 0 and the radius r, so it would be like x square plus y square equal r square. Without the parentheses, it look like x square plus y square equal r square. Okay, now let me give you example. The example is graph each equation. Graph each of the equation. First one is x square plus y square equal 25. Second one, x minus 2 square plus y plus 1 square equal 25. Who will do the first one? X square plus y square equal 25. Who will do the first one? And who will do the second one?
I can do the first one.
Okay, perfect. So let me go to the next slide. First one is x square plus y square equal 25. Give me just only the center and the radius for this one.
Center is at 0, 0, radius is 5.
Center is 0, 0. This is true. And the radius is 5. Okay, so he think about, okay, let me explain how he think about this equation for student they did not know how he think. They did not know how to find the center and the radius. So these things, if we go back to the circle equation, x minus h square plus y minus k square equal radius square. So here, these things, I can write it again in different way as x minus 0, everything square, plus y minus 0, everything square, equal 5 to square. Now look, this equation, it's similar to this one. So my h is 0, my k is 0, my r is 5. So the center is 0, 0, and my radius is 5. Who will do the second one? The second example. X minus 2, everything square, plus y plus 1, everything square equal 25. Let me graph these things, sorry. Let me graph it. The question is a graph. So the center is 0, 0. So here's the 0, 0. And the radius is 5. So this is 5, 5. And the same things for here, minus 5. minus 5. So the graph will be like something like that. Here's 5 minus 5. All this. Okay, here is my 5. Okay, who will do the second one? Angel, he said, I'm not wrong getting the center sign change or not. Here the center is 0, 0. So the 0 doesn't have any sign.
Well, for the second
Okay,
one, I mean,
let me do the second one. Let's do it the second one. Who will do the second one? You want to do it? X minus 2 square plus y minus 1 plus 1 square equal 25. Who will do it? You want to do it?
if the side doesn't change, the center will be -2, 1,
So the center,
and the radius will be 5.
so the center would be like -2 or 2?
2.
2. Add -1.
Side change.
Yeah.
That's
What is the radius? Plus
5.
5. 5. Same things like before. Let me write it again. So this is actually look like x minus 2 square plus y minus -1 square equal 5 square. So the +2 and the -1 is the point. The radius is 5. The same things like before. We draw the line, the xy coordinate. Okay. So the center is 2 and -1. This is my 2 and -1 here. This is 2 and -1. Here's 2 and -1. This is the center. The radius is 5. So I have to move here like 5 units like this. So here is the center is 2, -1. This is 2 here, -1. Here is 0, 0. Okay, so let me draw a circle. So this is my center. You like here. Something like that. So here is the center. And again, the radius is 5. It's 5. Any questions so far? How to draw and how to find the radius and center? Makes sense for everyone?
Wait, Professor, can you go over number 2 one more time, please?
Which one? Second one or first one?
Second one, second one.
Okay. So for the second one, again, x minus 2 everything square plus y plus 1 everything square equal 25. I know the equation for the circle is x minus h square plus y minus k square equal r square. This is the radius. This is the center h and k. So now to rewrite these things as the circle equation, it will be like x minus 2 plus y. We have to make it minus here. To make it non-minus, we split the positive to minus times minus, because minus times minus is positive 1. So now look at the equation, x minus 2 and y minus something. This is what I need, x minus something, y minus something. So these things 2 and negative 1 is my center. And the 5 square is my radius, the 5 only, my radius, because the radius square r here is 5. Now, to draw something like that, we go to this point 2 and minus 1. This is my 2 in x-axis, and this is my minus 1 in the y-axis. This is the center for the circle. Now, I need to draw this is the center for the circle, and I need to draw a circle with radius 5 such that the center is here. So I draw a line, I draw the circle such that the circle has radius 5, the radius from here to this point, the end point. Make sense? Any question? It makes sense?
Yes, it makes sense. Professor.
So the first idea, I need to make x minus something, y minus something, because here minus minus is positive 1. This is this guy, y plus 1. Okay. Any questions so far for this? Okay, let me give you another example if there is no questions. The question is, example, find the equation of the circle such that the radius with radius 3 and center negative is 2 comma negative 5. Who will do this example? Who will solve it?
May I try?
Yes.
Radius will be 9 equals s minus 2 square
Okay.
plus
Okay.
s plus 5 square.
Y. You forgot
Y, I
Y.
mean y.
Y. Okay. This is true. So he's right. So to solve something like that, I have to rewrite the formula. The formula said x minus h square plus y minus k square equal r square. So this is here my h, and this is my k, and this is my r. Just plug inside this formula. So plugging inside this formula, x minus h is 2 square plus y minus k minus 5 square equal r square is 3 square. Now simplifying this formula, I get x minus 2 square plus negative 5, negative times negative is positive, square plus 3 square is 9. So this is my circle equation. Any question? Just you use this formula, you're starting from the formula here, then you apply, you plug all the numbers inside the formula. Example 2. Okay, example. So now find the equation of the circle that has point. Find the equation of the circle that has point B 1, 8 and Q 5, minus 6 as the endpoint of the diameter. Who will do this one? We have 10 minutes before we end this class and you start the quiz. Who will do this one?
So first we need to use the midpoint formula.
Exactly. So I have a circle, right? So this circle it has 2 points. These 2 points are the end point of the diameter. Suppose this is my diameter, this one, this line, and this is the point, first point and second point. Suppose my first point is 1, 8 and the second point Q here is 5, minus 6. So how can I think how to can like find the equation of this circle that has the endpoint in the diameter peak and Q? So Angel, he said we can use the midpoint formula.
For the center and the distance formula for the
So I need to
radius.
find, yes, to find the equation of this circle, I need center and I need radius. I need center M, the midpoint between this and this, and I need radius R. So first things I have to find the center. What's the center here? The center is the midpoint. So the midpoint is the center between these 2 points, the Q and B. So what's the midpoint? It's x1 plus x2 over 2, 1 plus 5 over 2, and 8 plus 6 over 2. 8 plus 6 over 2. What did they give me? 6 over 2 is 3. 8 plus 6 is 14 over 2, 7. Makes sense? Oh, it's negative 6, sorry. It's a negative 6. So here 8 minus 6, sorry. So 8 this point minus 6. They give me 2 over 2. 8 minus 6 is 2 over 2 is 1. So here is 1. So this is my center. So the midpoint 3 and 1 is my center. Now I have to find the radius. How
It's a
can I
formula.
find the radius?
There's a formula.
Distance
Center,
formula.
diameter.
Exactly. So the radius is the distance between the midpoint and B, or between M and Q. Between M, comma, I'm using B. So what is the formula? Is x1
Minus S2 square.
so I'm going to plug everything ready. So the formula is 3 minus 1 square, 3 minus 1 square, plus 1 minus 8 square, 1 minus 8 square. So they give me 3 minus 1 is 2 square, 4, plus 1 minus 8 is 7, minus 7 square is 49. And they give me here 53. Yes, we have a quiz. The quiz will start at 9:30. So here my center is 3.1 and my radius is square root of 53. The question is find the equation. So I plug everything inside. The equation is x minus 3 square plus y minus 1 square equal this thing square. It's 53. Any question so far? So I'm going to stop until here today. Anyone has a question? Okay, so no questions. Let me stop the class until here today.